second week of Advent now. As we do so, I'm sure some of our young people probably found that rather interesting readings. I like the idea of eating locusts. The book we have in Williamsville says grasshoppers. I said, well, yeah, there's a lot of restaurants around now that apparently they specialize in bugs for meals, but really, what was locust for John? It was not a bug at all. It was a bark on a tree, supposedly. And the bark looked like a locust. But the bark is really carob. If you know what white chocolate is, so it's carob and honey. I can go for that diet now. Yeah, all sweets. We look at that, and then you look at the gospel, and you think, again, how the words take on differences in thought. You think of Isaiah in that first reading, talking about the lion laying down with the lamb, and the child putting his hand on the adder's lair. And, some people read that gospel, that reading, and they think that, well, that's all about Armageddon. That's talking about Russia and China and all these different countries, and each one linked to a different animal. It's like, oh, so much simpler than that. People have been facing a tremendous exile in which they have expressed and experienced the destruction of their land. They're coming back to their land, and Isaiah is saying, just dream your biggest dream. Your biggest dream would be what? Same thing we still want today. Peace. We want peace. We don't want to see violence. I don't even want to see a lion tearing up a lamb, myself. I don't like violence. So, as you get older, you like peace and order and harmony. So Isaiah is describing that in very just depictive language. And I think you and I would say, that's what we want today. So if I were to ask you today to describe what your idea of paradise on earth might look like, I wonder what you would write. Whatever it is, I think it would be hopefully in line with God's idea of a kingdom even here. And so we look at this and we think, gee, how does that happen? It's just going to be magical. One day God's going to say, whoop, everything's changed, here's paradise on earth. No, that's what he put us here for. It's like, the lady came to church and just didn't want to come back to it. Well, the Catholics aren't friendly. What do you mean? Well, nobody greeted me. Well, maybe God's asking you to come and be a greeter then. Yeah, you can be a greeter. Well, there's not many of them volunteer. Well, why don't you come? You can be a volunteer. What is God putting in your heart? What are you drawing attention to? Maybe that's what you're called to fill in on. So we're called to make a difference. And as we look at the gospel, we kind of see John telling us that when he addresses the scribes and the Pharisees, Sadducees there. What does he say? He said, you think you were born a Jew, that's good enough? It's like us. You think because you're Catholic, you got to get out of jail free card? You think because we're Catholic that somehow we got it made? No. That's nice. We got baptized, but it's not over till it's over, is it? That's why we have to look and say, wow, what more? And so John says, yes, repentance, that's a good start. We're all called to repentance. We're all sinners. We all are in need of God's mercy. But then, is that enough? And of course, John would say, show me an example, if you will. Show me in clear fruit that you are repenting, that you are changing the way you behave in the world. And see, he tells us that same sort of thing. How are we demonstrating that we are a people of God? St. Augustine was asked, what does love look like? And he said, well, love is two legs that walk to the neighbors to take care of their needs. Love is two arms that reach out to pick somebody up. Love is two ears that listen to the cry of others. So, in other words, love has actions that go with it. And you and I know what love is when we see it, don't we? We know what it is. We can recognize when people give themselves, give their life for the sake of others. We call that love. So you and I today, as we enter the second week of Advent, we're being challenged. Show the world that we love. Show the world that we are Christians. Show the world that we are different than the secular world. Because we are called by Christ to make a difference. We are his people. And so how are we going to do that? Well, again, repentance is a good start. Next Sunday, we have the opportunity here in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, to participate in a penance service. So we can, as a people, we know we're all sinners. We can come together and celebrate God's love and his mercy. And with penance, then, of course, we also need to pray. How do I know what God is asking me to do? Whether to be a greeter or to be a volunteer for something. Well, we got to pray. We got to talk to him. Don't come to me and say, what should I do? What is God asking you to do? Talk to him. You know. And how are we going to do that? One of the things you're going to hear more and more emphasized this coming year is the need that we have to take time to come into the Lord's presence. Do we believe Jesus is physically present in the Catholic Church? At least when you see a sanctuary like, yes, we do. Is God here? Yes, he is. Do I ever come and consult him then? Do I ever come into his presence? We've just gone through, and we're still going through Thanksgiving, all the way up through at least New Year's, is one big section of time where we say family is important. You know? There's all kinds of traveling going on. We make efforts to be with those we love. And so we celebrate family, and that's good. But in that very process, we demonstrate what's important to show relationships count. It takes effort, doesn't it? It takes effort. We have to make some effort to get from here to here. And so it is with the Lord. It's not enough just to say, well, yeah, I talked to him when I'm out in the woods. I talk to him all day while I'm working. Yes, and we should, pray always. But we also, because he has chosen to be present in our churches, we also need to make the effort. We just finished the Year of Mercy, the opportunity to make pilgrimages to these holier doors. But also within our own church, we have that need to come and be in his presence. The church at Van Buren did not have a tabernacle when I first came here years ago. They do now. But when Bunker asked to have a tabernacle put into their church several years ago, it's like, you know, why? Because the primary reason for a tabernacle, the Blessed Sacrament being present, is so we can bring the Eucharist to those who are shut in, those who are homebound. But since we have the Blessed Sacrament present, it means that we can also take advantage of that and be in the Lord's presence. And so I asked them, why? Well, because we want time in the Lord's presence. I mean, they already came to weekday masses extra. And I'll tell you what, I would ask if we can have a tabernacle here, if each one of you adults will make a commitment to come and spend at least a half hour every week in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. And you know what? They made that commitment. But is that important to them? And so we said yes, and the bishop said yes. You and I, in the Blessed Sacrament, always here. Churches open all day. Do I take time to be in his presence? You know, maybe I live a long ways away, but that's understandable. But if I have time to come to town once in a while, come into his presence and ask him, Lord, what do you want me to do? Lord, how do you want me to use the gifts, the talents you've given me to make a difference in the world? How do you want me to bring about your kingdom that you established here so that I can be part of that kingdom forever? Today, as we begin the second week of Advent, let's not be afraid to do penance and not be afraid to pray. Ask the Lord, how does he want you to show his love in this world?